Thank you, Mr. Georgie. My name, of course, is Harold. Flake's name, of course, is Flakes, and we are getting ready to go into BPRO versus Pride. Mr. Flake, what are your thoughts on this one?
It's going to be quite an interesting one, really. Of course, you look at their kind of most recent affairs on Nuke, which Nuke is already a pretty interesting map in itself, right? Of course, on the BPRO side of things, they played Endpoint, a UK team that we know and love, Harold, and that's where we saw Ezio completely slaughter them. We're going, I think it was 27-12. So
I was in the room, and it was good.
It was good times. So I think that already kind of puts BPRO on a bit of a back foot, and then look at all the predictions as well, and the way Pride played yesterday in a very overtime matchup against Tricked really does give Pride the opportunity to take this one and make it work, especially with them now having to at least try and kind of make it work on their T side, which they're probably looking for, what, 4 or 5 rounds? Be pretty good.
Well, anything that can be got by BPRO on either side will be good, because Pride are a very strong nuke team. They've always been a strong nuke team. From the very beginning when they got introduced, they've been strong, and they're starting off not too great. It's going to be a one-man advantage on the hands of BPRO, but they have to get that bomb down. They have to stop this retake coming in, and then they have to win. So, winning. How do you do that? You have to shoot the enemy. Lars going to come in, taken down one. A Psycho will trade out the frag, leaving it now in a 3 versus 2. And all 3 CTs coming in for the retake. Coming in through Mini. He reached the first man to face, but he is not willing to face for long as Exus goes down. Now all on Reet. Glock in hand, 1 versus 3. The bomb's been tapped. They have no kits on the side of BPRO, but this should not be difficult, as Psycho will close it down. 3k in hand, and a great round from BPRO.
The perfect start, most importantly. They get the pistol rounds rolling. They get kind of their momentum in the matchup, and as long as they can hold things together in this second follow-up and, for all intents and purposes, not screw it up, then they should be able to really be able to build into 3, look for that 4th and that first buy. Pride's kind of alternative here is to kind of make the decision of, okay, what do we want to do here? Do we want to buy up anything at all? Do we want to go for like kind of loose P250s? It is just going to be standard stuff. Just a deagle here and there, just a sprinkle bit of loose pistol upgrades, but nothing too fancy. And for them, it's all about just trying to take some of these UMPs out, take some of those rifles out, and get value out of the round. There's already Morels going to be facing towards outside, just trying to rush them down, close down the distance, where those pistols do get their upper hand, but doesn't seem to really be working out just yet until Reets and Morels will combine, claiming the head of one, but the rifle is going to bat things back home again.
Yeah, Psycho finding himself yet another kill. But it is still a 3 versus 3, so economic damage already being done to BPRO. With an M4 recovered by Luz into now a good position. Our Pride, all they have to do really is try and get that bomb down, and they'll be happy. Going into that 3rd round buy, they'll have plenty of money, they'll have plenty of weapons, and they will be a very strong team. However, BPRO, they still can hold on to this one. If they all 3 stay alive, hold on to a little bit of money, get those UMPs firing off to build up a little bit of bank, this could still end well for the Bulgarians, as the play will be moving towards that B bomb site. Powerful position being held by Moniz. If anyone comes to the ramp area, he's going to be able to do dispatch of them. Mr. Poise has no idea there, and this could get very dangerous. UMP in hand, he's going to have to back off, but the bomb is being given for free to Pride. This is going to be money in the bank now. They got the bomb plant in the first round, that's 800. This is another 800. Plus the money that they've saved and the kills they've got. This is starting to look very dangerous as the retake comes in. Exus and Luz both holding position as the M4 to spray down, but no kill coming through, and the kill from NK will be successful. So now all onto Moniz. The one man hopefully killing machine, because if he isn't a killing machine, well, he's going to be a dying machine, and dying machines are no good to anyone. The fue's going to be tapped by NK. Moniz for a little bit of a jiggly shoulder peek. He spots out Psycho, but he can't get the kill off. Psycho with a 2k will save the round for his team, but still, getting 3 kills and a bomb plant, that is nothing to be ashamed of.
It's exactly what they wanted going into that round, right? We kind of yelled at the start saying they wanted the economical impact. They've taken a whole bunch of rifles out. They got rid of the UMPs, which actually helps, their side in terms of stopping the UMPs from making that extra dollar. But it's huge for them. Now they have to go into this, though, with the 5 rifles and actually win the round, right? It's all well and good kind of giving yourself that foothold, but if you don't utilize it, you just fall over and kind of let BPRO continue to charge on forwards, then the pass round, it is all but pointless. So this is kind of go time now for Pride. They're going to charge him forward with these 5 AKs. Mini's going to have his work cut out for him, gets caught in a quick trade from Poise. A headshot will be returned. Pride need to look to something towards outside. That's where the bomb is going to be. We could either see a quick secret push, or they're going to dart on over towards that A site. They have to make this decision, because Nicky, he's out there and he's hunting for them, just lurking in the shadows, playing around this blue box. Eventually, he's going to try and transition and just make sure that the upper fight is being covered. And well, there you have it. Takes the upper fight and gets the frag.
It goes in, a lot of damage being dealt to Exus, and already a very strong start coming in from BPRO. A Molotov going to go down to deny any more space to Nicky, but he's not taking that angle. He's just holding towards Seeker. Unfortunately, Reed's too quick for him, takes him straight down, and Luz holding his angle will get a little bit of damage off before he has to fall back. But all three Pride players are low on HP. Reed, Luz, and Nexus all under 70 health. As the push now works onto that A-bomb site, NK, all he has to do is hit a few headshots, and this round is over. Hits himself the first. That's going to be Reeds going down. Nexus will trade, but Psycho coming in from behind is going to be the playmaker. If Psycho can get himself a frag here, he puts his team into winning position. All Poise has to do is hold position. Don't let those T's fall back, and this should be a round in the bag. Both T's having to play on the site. There's nothing they can do. Psycho wondering if it's B. It's not, I assure you, as Luz will find the first kill going in. Poise finds one now. He's looking for the second, but he can't find it. Exis takes him down, and that's the round on the board for Pride, even though it looked a little bit shaky.
Huge mistake there coming in from the BPRO side of things. Like, you have to kind of look at them and go, just to have that doubt and saying, okay, could it be the B site? And then, of course, as well, once that push eventually came onto the site itself, realizing that there wasn't a player upper and instead just they were double stacked on towards site, leaves a lot of questions to how BPRO can be able to sustain themselves on this CT side, because now Pride have got themselves one. That one quickly begins to double on up, because look at the economy of BPRO. Look at how affected it has been. I talked about how important it was for Pride to win that round. Now BPRO are paying for it. They've only got pistols. They do have that rifle on Psycho and the UMP on Nicky, but that's pretty much it, which puts so much reliance on these Eagles and that CZ to take those fights and get those headshots. In comparison, Pride, they've got so much confidence now. You've got Miniz just running around with a shotgun. He's just going to look to find some frags of his own, just go for those body shots and wreak absolute havoc. You've got the 4 rifles as well, which are pinpoint perfect for any T side. Really shaping up to be negative now for the CTs. Nicky is going to find himself one, but the trades yet again are going to be plentiful. Miniz going aggressive with the shotgun, and there's that lead landing right in the face of Poise. So much damage. And look at the rifles really beginning to dwindle. Psycho trying to have an impact on towards Reeds. Does get the frag. His position surely going to be known, but they do have the bomb. That's going to be pivotal for this T side as Morales pops off and finds himself a return.
Yeah, Psycho getting a little aggressive now. It's Miniz holding close. He'll find the opening frag. Great shot through onto NK, but still no bomb control. It's Ships with the bomb. 17 HP, not much to play with, but he can find himself a lucky shot. Maybe in with a chance, not going to happen. Miniz is in position. 3k, 2 of which with a stolen CZ. That is a great round for Miniz. And money in the bank now. If he wants to, he can buy an AWP. Doesn't want to, he can just buy himself a grenade, which is what he's going to do. 2-2 now on the board for Pride, and the economy starting to get dangerous. So this is the point at which Pride start getting into that profitability sector. If they win this round with men alive, which they most likely will as there's only pistols to play with for BPRO, their money will begin to boom, and always on Nuke, you need to be in control of the economy. You have to be maintaining the lack of utility. This is just going to be a cleanup. Reeks, Excess, all coming together to find frags. Nicky will find himself one little USP dinko and get a kill with Ships going down. That is a very quick round for the Pride side. Miniz once again with 2 kills, leading his team on 6 frags and 2 MVPs. Because Flakes, at the end of the day, if you're not getting MVPs, you're not playing very well.
Certainly one way of putting it. I think kind of looking at the BPRO side, right now they're just staring at a bit of a hill, right? They just need to kind of man themselves up a bit, get themselves in their stride and go for that walk and just get on past it. But if they don't, and if they keep on falling short in these crucial rounds, eventually that hill quickly converts into a mountain, one that eventually still leads on towards Everest. So a huge task for them. Now is their time to shine. 5 M4s, they have the perfect CT side. The only thing they lack, a crucial ingredient of utility. But a perfect entry frag. He's going to give himself up in the flames there. So huge mistakes now from Pride as they sit at a 1-man disadvantage. But at the end of the day, they still are, well, there with some sort of control. They execute a few smokes here and there. Psycho doesn't want to give away position too early. The minute he peeks, it will be obvious. If he can get that frag, the ideal is a crossfire. It's going to do so much damage. Nicky and Psycho just doing all of the work right now. As Morales, Exus, everyone will fall, leaving Reach the last man standing, and the world absolutely not at his feet.
Yeah, perfect crossfire for you chumps at home. The idea there was the man standing up on the roof takes the attention of those 3 pushing T's, and so instantly frags just raid, and Nicky is able to step out, spray down 1, look for the second while his teammate cleans up the 3rd. It's a perfect round, it's a perfect crossfire, and it works out just how BPRO wanted. Those smokes down, Pride unable to trade the frags, unable to effectively move into position. So Reitz finds himself the last man alive, AK-47 in hand. Now, Mr. Flake, you are a big meta man. How many rounds do you think you need on a T side of nuclear?
I think, you know, especially considering the context of these two teams, Pride pretty much closed one out with 5 or 6. So them already being at kind of a 3-3 standpoint is huge for them. So I'm still not feeling negative, and I think that this match really is going backwards and forwards right now. I think the big question is BPRO of, you know, how much are they going to achieve? Are they going to allow Pride this room to keep on squeezing things out? Because you wouldn't look at Nuke and go, you know, back and forth matchup. That's much more kind of Mirage or maybe something like Inferno nowadays. Kind of the new Inferno has posed a couple of close ones here and there, but not Nuke.
No, it's always one where you have to put the numbers up and then play a game to hold on to those numbers. Reet's going to be flashing his team out on the outside. And this push going to be arriving. Of course, 2 players playing close. That's Ships and Nicky. It's going to be a spot onto Morales, but he will stay alive as Nicky pushes him just a little bit further back. And the same play once again coming in from Pride. Get up on Marshmallow. Work your way forward. Get into the face of the enemy and just try and take map control using smokes, flashes, and everything in between. And it's the same play once again. Fortunately, it has backfired once or twice, but with this much map control now, it forces BPRO back onto the sites. It forces them back so that Pride can just try and get those entry frags instead of having to work through open spaces. Nicky trying to take advantage there. Not going to work out for Minis now. Looking for the frag with the AWP. Thanks to the kills with the shotgun. There it is. One comes in, and now all he has to do is fall back. Once that first kill comes in, it opens up the whole map. Now Pride have basically every opportunity they need. They can get into that bomb site. They can slow down BPRO's rotations. And look at this, Nicky playing so far back because he's worried of getting killed. Psycho playing the forward position. Going to be going for the spray down. And once again, Reeks goes straight down. There's nothing he can do. The trade comes in, however. Luntz going to be taking down Psycho. And again, Reeks not having a great time with his duels at the moment. Maniz, oh, you sneaky muffin. Coming in from behind. Takes down Poise. And that's a great opening. Nicky will find one in return, but still 3 versus 2 with the B-bomb site given away. This round is all but done.
Loving the description there as well. What a sneaky muffin. Really digging that, Harold. It's beautiful. Certainly can't agree with you, though. I think, you know, the playoff of Marshmallow really has pretty much just taken BPRO to that next level of being turned into a bit of a schmore almost now, because they're not going to get close to this site. Their best opportunity here is to probably just back off with their rifles, look for some frags here and there, because look at them. That even a singular attempt from Nicky, backed up by NK, you're just giving your life away. You're just giving Luz free frags, easy pickings for him. He's just going to keep on plucking away and do even more. So he's happy to pad his stats. And BPRO, now you kind of have to look at them and go, you've given Pride 4. You've given them the economic control
5.
yet again.
Yeah, they've given them 5, really. I mean, full eco here for BPRO. If this was like a, you know, a Fnatic or a GT, you'd say, okay, yeah, fair enough. They can, you know, they can do a little bit of damage with pistols, but effectively, BPRO aren't going to be doing much with the USPs. There is a Deagle in the mix, but I don't see too much going on in this round. Now, historically, Pride has been one of those teams that loves this map. The push coming through, NK is going to find himself a kill, but it's all getting traded back out. Psycho finding a nice little one, doubles it up, back in half now with an AWP in his hand, and actually, BPRO definitely stepping up in this round. They've got themselves 2 kills. I still don't see the round going to them, but they've done a lot of damage. And, I mean, Pride, they've lost rounds. You know, they're not some unbreakable economy right now. This is still doable for BPRO. They're not down or out. NK holds on the site, Deagle in hand. He's gonna miss his shots, and Reeks will take full advantage for the first time so far this game. Psycho now the last man alive. He's got an AWP in his hands, but can he go absolutely mental with this AWP? It's unlikely. He's gonna get shut down as Reeks will find him. But like I was saying, I mean, Pride initially, from when Nuke got reintroduced, they instantly started picking it. They instantly started playing it. They were ready. They were on it like a car bonnet, and it's, you know, it's proven fruitful, as it's always been that pocket pick that they have in their backhand that they can say, if you don't ban it, we're going to ban one of your maps. You know, it's a very handy thing to do.
It really has been kind of interesting for their most recent results, though, because you look at that. I already mentioned the tricked matchup. That was 25-22, a huge overtime matchup for them where they did take the win. But just before that, they then got completely annihilated by G2 on Nuke as well. So it's certainly a curious pick for them, because it works for them for some, but then, you know, when they face up against that tough opposition, they find themselves almost just being the egg that eventually will crack. So for BPRO here, they just need to kind of find what works for those T1 teams, find what works for G2, allow them to annihilate them, and bring that into play right now. They're searching for that ingredient. Now they need just to really make themselves a solid meal. Psycho gonna push on through, gets himself that headshot, still looking to grab off that player, just playing up towards Marshmallow, but it isn't really going to come on through. So eventually Luz decides, you know what? Yeah, I'm just going to face this again for no real reason, to be honest. Really new questioning one now, as Exus is going to try and bat for the trade, but it still just sits source CT side. They have the numbers advantage. They have the utility advantage. I mean, they pretty much own everything at this point. Mini's just going to be lurking towards outside, though. Going to try and at least pick himself up a few here and there, do some damage. I do think clutch potential is pretty much off the cards, and then when you look at Ship's position as well, it kind of gets a little bit more negative. Grim Reaper is going to be there. Lying in wait, bats him on the head with the axe. These will hit the deck, leads to his grave. It does put us on that 4-5 scoreline. So still nice and close. I think that has to be said, and a point that we can really kind of get excited behind Herald. But at the end of the day, it's
in that
4-5.
round, Pride. I mean, they've got utility, you know, they've got all sorts to play with, yet they're still just facing towards Secret. Put a smoke down, put a flash down, put a Molotov down, do something to counteract the fact that there's 2 CTs facing you and you're not winning the duel. If you're not going to win the duel straight away, stop facing it. They know you're there. You no longer have that Peeker's advantage because they're pre-firing you. They're aiming on your head. You know, Luz just gets taken down when really there's no real need. And if you don't want to put a smoke down, just walk away. Don't keep facing it. That's never going to work out. Now on to pistols. Pride have very little to play with. A Deagle and Tech 9s. They have all got armor, and if they can get into the face of the enemy, maybe do a little bit of damage, there is still a chance. But this is going to be a very tough round for them to win. It's going to be very fought out as Reitz will open up. It's taken straight down, but Morales comes back in with that Tech 9 in hand. Finally, Nicky will return. And Psycho has been spotted up on high. He's going to be Molotov'd out of position, so the bomb will go down. And that Molotov is very effective. Keeps him held back. And once again, BPRO all going in from the same angle. It's not a good idea unless you know you can get in there and get those frags. With Nicky on the AWP going in for the entries, this could be difficult. Luz is playing up. Personal, I can't even talk. Luz can get himself 1 kill. Does a little bit of damage there onto Nicky, but he will get traded in the end by Psycho. Now 2 versus 1. It's all on Morales. He's been spotted. He's been tagged. He's been fragged. He's gone down. Didn't really need to face that. Could have just waited for the defuse to come in, but he's going to nonetheless. They will get taken down for it. 5-5. I don't know what happened there. I think my tongue tied itself around the rest of my mouth.
Almost like Luz's play, though, in fairness, with that Tech 9. He could have done so much more there. So much. But unfortunately, it looks like he was trying to find a needle in a haystack and just didn't really kind of succeed. But he got the information, right? That's always a plus.
Yeah, I guess. Still, bomb plant down. Fires back out. Mini's once again going for the shotgun.
I love it, though. It's working for him. He's getting cracks. I just think that for Pride, it's not necessarily the shotgun player or the few of the rifles here and there. It's just over-facing angles. You already touched on it towards Secret, but they're doing it kind of across the map as well. They have a lot of confidence, which I think is, certainly true, and they can use that as a paramount effect to win in this map. But confidence can also kind of bite you in the arse, so to speak. If players like Luz keep over-facing these angles and keep giving away these trades, then they're going to find themselves in a pretty weak spot. Reitz, for example, gets the frag on towards Nicky, but now don't give it away. Keep that advantage. Use that to play even further into this round. Don't just let BPRO just dive on in and go, yeah, we're just gonna go for the trade. Luz, you do it for me on command, right there and then.
Yeah, all you have to do is click your fingers and he's dead. Mini somehow walking up on ships, taking him down, putting money in his bank account, and now comes in from behind. It's Reitz. Double kill comes through. And BPRO, turn around. Look at your angles. What's going on here? There's 2 men on upper. Yeah, Mini's is shotgunning your teammate in the face. Then there's 2 men on upper, and both of them are facing the site. Not the best plan, boys. Poise now, the last man alive. He's been spotted out. Reitz knows exactly where he is. He's going to see him running away like a little scared cat. But Reitz will deal the damage. Takes him down for a 4K in the round. And again, a nice round coming through from Pride. Putting themselves up onto the 6th round. And if they can continue like this, well, God help BPRO.
My concern here is, I think you're so perfect on saying God help BPRO, but for one reason that I think a lot of people with standard would overlook. But just look at context of the rounds. It's 6-5. Look at what BPRO have tried to squeeze the table. Look at how almost fanatically panicked they are right now in terms of going for this buy. There's one huge reason. Pride, they're about to win the half. If Pride win the T-side half on Nuke, BPRO, what are you going to do to bring that back? You telling me they're going to bring back that next level of T-side? I don't know. Already, so far so good. Reitz and Minis find themselves 2 picks for 0 cost at all. Look at the players left. Well, it's 2 pistols. It's a FAMAS. The pistols have Kevlar behind them, so that's where the plus. But Reitz, he's still taking them down. Drops the only rifle they had left.
Well, nice kill is going to come through from ships, but still, it is a drop in the ocean, a change in the weather. I was praying that Reitz and Minis might end up together, but Yeah, this round is basically over, especially with NK now going down. If Ships can hold onto his weapon, happy days. Bring that into the next round, try and do a little bit of damage, but it's not going to work out. Someone in chat said, is this caster Frankie on PC? I used to be a big fan of Frankie on PC until I found out he was a cheat, and then I wasn't a big fan anymore. Little story for you.
Learn something new every day. I'm going to ask you afterwards why, because I'm curious now. I didn't know that. So,
Yeah.
no, boys, you learn something new every stream. That's always good.
Yeah, I'm not accusing or throwing any blame. I'm just saying I spoke to the admins of the server you played on, so I'm not hiding that, my friend. Nice kill coming in from Ships.
Doing some damage at least, that's always a plus, but Maniz is going to put the nail in the coffin right where it's kind of almost deservingly led at this point as Pride. 7-5, and kind of, you look at their economy again, they went all in last round. They were the greedy young kid at the poker table that thought they knew best, thought they knew what they had to achieve. They threw their chips in, and now they are walking away sad as ever, as they can't do anything in this round. It would be crazy for them to go for another force up. They wouldn't even better squeeze out a rifle, so they just have to sit back, lick their wounds, and try and make the best of these pistols, which pretty much means, as you say, I hate to kind of be the negative naysayer, so to speak, but it pretty much is 5-8 at this point, and I wouldn't be surprised to Pride just keep on hammering them home and take their T side 10-5. Absolute madness. Bit of slowness now as Reitz is going to get faced. Gets a bit of damage, but the frags will still be found. Psycho is going to find himself at least one bare minimum, but Maniz is running right in the back lines. Letting the easy stuff happen at this point as he mops up the second with the CZ as well. The rest of the team come flying on through. It is going to be that 8-5 as expected, and for BPRO, and coming to that point at the final hurrah, do something with these rifles at least. You've got probably one of the best buyers we've seen you had for a little while now. Make something happen. Show us something different, something fresh that'll catch Pride off guard. Something they won't be able to just go into demos, research for, and be prepared.
Yeah, this is, like you say, the last chance saloon for BPRO. This is their last gun round before the end of the half, and like you say, 10-5 could be on the board. That is a devastating scoreline for a T-side on Nuke. So this is the last chance for BPRO really to come back into this one. It's going to be a nice start from Ships, but it's all trade so far. Point going to be winning this one out, leaving it at 2 versus 3, but Maniz is en route. He's going to come in, but he can't do anything. Nicky takes down Reitz, and well, to say that was a fast round would be an understatement. Pride just got decimated, despite getting a couple of frags. Not good enough. BPRO are going to win themselves at least one more round, and I mean, the economy's still not great for BPRO, so they're going to be able to get a couple of rifles, a couple of FAMASs, but still, poise on the CZ. This still falls into the hands of Pride. They can still take themselves a 9-6 scoreline, which is equally devastating. I mean, it's not quite as bad as 10-5. At least you have that little buffer zone where you can lose the pistol round, but not looking good for the Bulgarian professionals.
Has to be said, really is looking to be a bit of a struggle still, but for now, it's just the ticking time bomb of this half, and it's finally is going to explode. In which fashion? Who will it hurt? Are we going to see just a quick flurry of frags like we saw in the previous round, or get BPRO that kind of bare minimum they can hope for now, which is that 7-8? Or a Pride still can get themselves that clear-cut victory? Morales is going to lead the charge, that one pops off from behind, but Ships quickly dismantled off as Reitz goes for a second double dips in for poise. Leaving Nicky to be caught off guard from outside, all but scripted at this point for Pride as they get themselves 3 picks. Just a click of their fingers, Morales will fall, and it is going to be a trade. But it leaves just Nicky, or NK should we say, all but left in line. Luz is going to take him down. Pride, 9-6.
Suffice to say, a very strong half for the Polish chaps. They should be pretty happy with this one. They can go into their CT side. If they win this pistol round, of course, this could be a very quick map. However, BPRO are not down and out just yet. They are still in this map. They have still got an opportunity if they can win this pistol round. But, I mean, T-side of Nuke, unless they win this pistol round, they are basically not looking great. And Pride, with those USPs, we know their aim is crisp. We know their crisps are potatoes, and we know that potatoes are good. Psycho facing off against Luz. He doesn't know it, but he will. With a Glock in hand. Of course, I feel like the Glock meta has become a lot more powerful lately. I don't know if you're feeling that.
Teams have just been kind of taking the better fights, I think, that suit the weapon, right? They don't try and go for longer range shots where the USP tends to be able to win them fairly easily. Instead, now everyone seems to be kind of really running for the same sort of thing, which is go up close and personal, take the fight to your opposition, which is sort of what we're seeing coming from Poise here. The dynamic duo keep on tapping and they get that frag on towards Morels, and now they're just going to continue to march on forward, but they just want to be a distraction right there. One part of a two-pronged plan is look at the other side of BPRO. Look at NK, look at Psycho, they're kind of maneuvering themselves out towards outside. Nikki still finding those picks, Ship's going to find another one towards Luz. We'll start to see some trades fall into place, but at this point, Nikki doing all of the work on site. They've got control, the bomber's going to go down. Maniz, time to shine. You're in a 1 versus 3 with a USB. It's your name.
There's no kits on the side of Pride. He won't be able to find one anywhere unless the T's decided to buy one, just in case. Working his way into this bomb site. He spots one player. Now trying to search the rest of the bomb site, but this is a very tough retake. He needs to get instant headshots right now, and he's not finding much in the site. He's going to have to fall back. Try and find a different angle. Try and find a better way to play this one, but he can't. They're just giving him nothing. BPRO are playing it perfectly, peeking only when they need to. Psycho getting a little bit aggressive here, but he will find the kill nonetheless. And so BPRO 7-9. I would not be surprised if we see Pride force up and win up on this round.
Kind of the way of Pride, right? They do like their force-ups.
Yeah.
Very big fans of playing with their food almost, I think is the most apt way of describing it. And there you have it. Already the answer comes nice and swift. Double UMP setup. It is going to be just some deals and 5.7s across the rest of the board. But, you know, as much as we kind of almost berated BPRO for being stuck in pistols kind of on their CT half, you know, they're not all that bad. If 5.7 deagles are played appropriately and you can hit your shots, you can still do work, but it's all about positioning themselves in the correct way and being able to find them, which unfortunately for BPRO, their deagle play wasn't necessarily as beautiful as we can hope that Exus we had to bring to the table as he positions himself just hunting for a frag towards Marshmallow. Nothing is going to come his direction though, so he will fall back to a bit more of a safe position. The Psycho just doing a bit of a similar storyline, holds for a push, and that was painful to watch.
Yeah, this is dying off dark. Reitz finds 1, 2, 3, finally gets shut down, but Maniz is in position to help out his dead teammate. Can't get any work, and a ship can find a 2k. X is finally taking him down, and now it's all on Nikki. Need Doctor, more like Nikki need team, as he's 1 versus the world. 1 man, 1 bomb, 1 cup. 2 girls. Morales working his way around the back. He finds him. He kills him. It's the round for Pride. Like I said, wouldn't have been surprised if they won. Mr. Flake, someone says, is this a rerun? Can you confirm?
Yeah, it's a rerun. It's
yes,
all but a replay.
Yeah, we recorded this one 4 weeks ago, but you can still bet live. We know who won. You don't. Well, we don't know yet. We will.
Who do you think is going to win? That's the question. We've heard the studio predictions, Harold, but...
Oh, do you want me to pretend I don't know?
Pretend you don't know. Do it for the cameras.
It's probably going to be Pride. Probably going to be Pride. But it definitely won't go into overtime. Wink, wink. Oi, oi.
It is going to be Ships and Co. just trying to make something happen with these Tech 9s. I do like the Tech 9s on the T side. You can do so much with them. They really are effectively mini AK-47s. But it all comes back down to having the right strategy. You can kind of cluster up together and go out as a big core 5 and hope you don't get sprayed down if you use your flashes correctly. Kind of on the topic of playing it appropriately, it is going to be Minis just trying to pick someone off up towards the top of Marshmallow. I'm not sure who it is, but they are facing themselves quite a lot, which would only make me think that they are more than happy to sit on the edge of their seat and prepare for death. As Nikki is going to get knocked down rather low, and it is going to be him facing that fight with the Deagle. He spams off a few, but nothing really landing just yet.
He's the first man to take the fight. He's going to take down Nikki. Morales holding, will get flashed back. Falling onto ramp. Still 5 versus 4 and only pistols to play with for the BPROians. As the push will come in, Luz opens it up, takes down Shabuz. Okay, finally getting in there, doing some work. Will find himself a kill before he's forced back with no HP. Exis will close him down. And so Pride, taking themselves yet another round. It's 11-7. It's not 7-11 because this is no shop. This is a romping shop of death. A death shop, Mr. Flake. And death is bad.
I'd like to think death is pretty bad. Is this like one of the kind of the new American things that are popping up where people just pay to go in a shop and hit stuff now?
I would.
Kind of become a thing.
I'd pay to go in a shop and hit you.
Wow. Love it. Feeling the love right now.
But I wouldn't pay. I'm only joking, I would. Exis The opening man looking for an engagement, but he's only going to get a little bit of tagging through. He's got Maniz in support of him. So these remaining players are going to have trouble. This is a shooting gallery. Reitz charging in behind, saying, guys, come on, don't kill them all. I want some frags as well. And they're all going to come together, and Pride will clean this one up. All of BPRO getting trapped on the outside, and Pride takes them down a level. Or 2, or 3.
Or 5. Why not at this point? Just
sure.
go the full distance, get 5 at this point, because it's 12-7. Not quite 7-11, but at the end of the day, this scoreline really starting to look ever so strong for Pride on their CT side of things. What is the magic strategy for BPRO? Because we've kind of found ourselves, should I say, fallen in a bit of a trap, right? We've constantly said, oh, you know, you need a good position, you need a good strategy, and it's almost becoming a bit repetitive. So, Harold, I want to pitch you the question of the day. What do BPRO need on their T side to get themselves something they can play with, something that will bring them back into this half? Because the distance in rounds isn't all that big. It is just 5 after all.
It is, like... But BPRO will be able to afford a buy up here. Now, something you touched on lightly in the first half, on the Pride side, was overconfidence. Now, what goes hand in hand with confidence is competence. And if you don't have competence, then there is no confidence. There's just death. So really, what we need to be seeing is BPRO waking up a little bit, getting a bit of that competence in, and then the confidence will come. They'll be able to play their game, they'll be able to win those rounds, and they'll be able to get those frag-a-rag-a-rags. Get me? Was that good analytical?
I get you. That was lovely. I'll tell you another thing about confidence. Something that rolls hand in hand with confidence in the server is confidence outside of the server. If you're sitting at home right now in front of your PC, watching the game over on Sunnyside Twitch, then make sure you get involved in the chat. Make sure you do kind of let your opinion be known, because over in the studio in Belgrade, they're doing call-in segments in between each and every map. We want to hear your opinions. We want to hear what you've got to say. Perhaps you've got something wonderful you want to say to Harold. Let us know kind of, what do you think of him? Is he a good person? Is he a murderer? Seems to be talking a lot about death today.
I'm not going to be there. I'm running away.
Gonna run away, hide in a deep dark corner. But nonetheless, the mods will pick you out in chat as well, so they will throw you a cheeky PM, get everything sorted out. So make sure you do get involved if you do want to talk about Harold live on the studio desk.
And if you want to talk about Flakes live on the studio desk, oh wait, no one wants to do that.
Wow.
No, but seriously, guys, make sure you do talk in the chat and let people know that you want to call in, because you're all welcome. You can talk live right here on the desk in Belgrade, which is where me and Flakes both are right now, in the desk.
For sure. 4-7 though, nonetheless, let's get ourselves back into the action, back into the great game of CS that we are currently witnessing, which is certainly developing to be a bit of a slaughterhouse of Pride now. There's a switch that's about to be flicked, and it comes down to BPRO to make that really be denied. But a slow start for them. 1:35 on the clock. Of course, they aren't going to be rushing into this one gung-ho style. Instead, they are just going to be looking to whittle down their opposition and get themselves a pick here and there, play a nice little default slow burning in effect, get themselves an eventual push to what feels like something that BPRO do would be the B site. I feel like that's where they've not really tried to play towards too much. Everything they've been doing has been biased towards either outside or hitting towards A, so perhaps now is the time for them to just kind of go down under a bit, channel the inner Australian. They can perhaps try and make something work in that portion of the map, as Reitz is going to be able to anchor himself over towards A. BPRO is still sitting tight. A couple of smokes will be expended here and there, but nothing crazy just yet. Their push still beginning to falter.
Yeah, this is a slower round coming in from BPRO, just hoping that they can work their way forward inch by inch. Nicky going to be the point man, but he's going to be the point dead man, as Reitz will shut him down. Now looking for the rest of the team. Coming on in, it's going to be Lars, taking them down a peg. 1, 2, 3. Guys, if you're all dying from the same place, look at the place you're dying from. Don't keep running. That's not
that makes
how
too
it
much
works.
sense.
What are you doing? Oh my lord. Oh goodness. Break that one down.
Have fun with that. I can't wait to hear what the desk have got to say about that round. I really am excited, because it kind of comes back to the same thing, but I feel like we've been here before. Harold, Sunny, whatever you want to be called, because at the end of the day, it's repetition, right? That's what it is. BPRO, the same old thing of coming back to fighting in the arse every single round. Don't pick the same angles, and the thing that concerns me is I know it's Nuke. I know that, you know, not everything is transferable across maps, but that feels like fundamentals of CS more than a map-based thing. Do I hope for their sake on this second map we don't see that same thing take hold?
Yeah, this is not a good round so far for the BPRO boys. They've been surrounded, they've been dumbfounded, they've been destroyed, really. Poles outside just trying to dance with the devil, but the devil says never as he takes him down now all on NK. NK, why weren't you helping your teammate? He was dying. You were standing there. You could have killed the enemy. You've chosen not to, and so you've lost the round. You were going to lose the round anyway, but you got to help a guy out. 14-7. Pride ready to win this one. If BPRO lose this round, they will have just enough money to get another buy-in, but I just don't see it happening. No AWP on board. They've got AKs this round. They've got utility this round, but Pride are just dominating right now. They are showing no signs of stopping.
No signs of stopping at all, and it is just an age of reckoning coming back to haunt them, and he's already starting off strong. Boys is going to find himself one in return, a game of tennis. They consistently volleys backwards and forwards. Yes, it's a trade, but does it favour the T side? That's the question. Boys on 13 HP, already not looking too good, but let's throw something kind of one step further into the mix, which is BPRO having no control to play with. Finally exerting something out towards, well, ironically named outside. But this AWP of Maniz is going to be able to do so much work. Finds himself one, gets a second, now looking for a triple. Gonna land that shot on towards Nicky. Maniz, how are you getting away with this? Morales tapping down on towards Psycho. The angel from above just plucking him out of thin air. BPRO, they're out of this one. It's done. It's dusted. Nuke, it's over. It's going to be 16-7. The question is, how is the second map going to go?
Do you want me to tell you honestly, or do you want me to be optimistic?
I mean, that's like you saying you're going to punch me at LAN. It's kind of the same thing, right? We're looking at honesty or optimism? Like optimism, which one?
Well, optimistically, I'll hit you. Realistically, probably hit you. Hit you with love, of course. I would never hit you with anything else. You're my boy.
It's all love-hate, you know?
You're my boy, Rye Dog. You heard. Anyway, Morel's going to be having to hold down this smoke. He is the man with the plan, and he has himself an AK-47 in hand. This smoke's going to clear. No one's watching the angle. He takes down two. Finally, Psycho will dispatch of him, but it's too little, too late. Poise will come in to take down Exus, now looking like a more dangerous round. Finally, Maniz going to step out with the AWP, not going to be able to hit any shots. Look at a nice little tagging through, and there it is. The grenade comes in. Poise will fall. Finally, Psycho trades it back out. The only man that seems to be working for his team at the moment. 22 frags on Psycho. The poor man, he must be having a mare. As it is now Nicky and Psycho, the two-star players on this team left. Luz will take down Psycho, finally gets traded back out, but it's all now on Nicky. 1 versus 1. Reitz had a bit of a slow start into this game, but he has an opportunity now to get back into this one. He can still do it. And he probably will. It's match point on the board. He beats the angle, he goes down. Nicky finds the frag. It's 8 rounds on the board for BPRO. 1 more round while they're in this game.
There's never a time I've been more happy to eat my own words. BPRO finally bringing something, but was that one of the first times we've seen them actually hit towards a B site? Because it certainly feels like it. And I think that really kind of sums up this T side for BPRO. They haven't been able to close down any sort of distance. They've struggled to get the bomb down, just kind of looking at this half at all. Don't think they actually have been able to get the bomb down at all. Which, it really just paints a whole different picture at this point. The watercolors are out, the pastels landing on the paper. BPRO still need to find yourself another round though. And you are just getting rushed on past. Reed's going to pop off with a 3K. Make that a quadra kill for him. One being found by his trusty teammate, but at the end